What is up, YouTube? I am Speed Traps. Today I'm going to be showing you guys basically what I have done to my bike, and I'm going to be fucking cop. It really fucked me up. I was trying to make an intro and I can't make an intro because I passed the cop. So the reason why I have not been riding my bike is because my bike has had a few issues. So we're going to basically start from scratch. I never rode a motorcycle in my life. I never drove one. I didn't know really anything about motorcycles before I bought this bike. I was more into cars. I had a Camaro and so on. So I bought the bike for $1,000. And I put about $2,000 into the bike, maybe a little bit more, maybe close to the $3,000 range, maybe not that much. I mean, it's in that range, obviously. So we're gonna break down on what I have done to the bike. So what I have done to the bike, in the beginning of the bike, I bought the bike, it was white, the fairings were broke, it was naked, the side fairings weren't there, the mirror was broke. I mean, it wasn't obviously a top-notch bike. I bought the bike for $1,000. How are you going to complain? Well, since I never owned a bike before, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know much. I just knew I wanted a bike, so that's why I got a bike. So anyways, this is a 2003 Gsxr 600. So when I bought the bike, obviously it was broken. So I bought new fairings, new mirrors, the Speedo. I replaced the Speedo with this like same exact miles mine has. This has 2,000 more miles than what my bike actually has. So really, this has 21,000. I'm at like 19,000. So I bought that. I fixed that. I still haven't yet fixed the fuel light. It's a full tank right now, but that doesn't really bother me. I know it bothers some people, but it doesn't bother me one bit. So I bought the mirrors. I bought it basically this whole bike was brand new. The levers were the stock gray ones. They're pretty ugly, so I bought new levers. I really bought everything for this bike. This is brand new. I literally bought everything for this bike. So the issue with this bike was when I bought the bike, I thought it was pretty quick. I'm like, yeah, it's not too quick for what I didn't know. So I'm like, well, my Camaro is probably faster than this bike. I really thought it was because I didn't know how fast the 600 really was. So I kept driving it, and the video right after I made the Honda Gram review, I was just cruising around, just enjoying my time on the bike, and my bike started kicking off. It started like dying off, and I'm like, what is going on? I had it in first gear and the bike would not move. Like, I was revving it up to like 7,000, and that's the highest it would go, and I kind of just like let off the clutch to get it moving. I limped it like probably like 5-6 blocks away from my house, limping in first gear because I couldn't shift, otherwise my bike would die. So I was limping at like 5 miles per hour all the way home, and I got it home. I'm like, man, there's something wrong with this bike. I gotta figure out what's going on with it. And I don't want to make this video seem like it's a complaining about the previous owner, because no, me and the previous owner, we still keep in touch. I think we're really good friends over the bike. I think it really got us a good connection about it. So there's no hate on the guy that I bought it from. So I keep him updated about what the bike is now, and you know, he likes to update, and he tells me what's going on with him. He got 2 new bikes. So basically, I'm like, man, there's something wrong with this bike. So I'm like, it's either spark, air, or fuel. It's got to be one of those. Why would the bike die? So I'm like, let's start with one of the cheapest things first, and let's see what we can do. So I started with the free method. I took out off the fuel tank. I looked at the air filter. Air filter was clean, beautiful clean. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, that's weird, and it's got plenty of airflow. I don't see how it would not have plenty of airflow. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm not a bike expert. I don't know, but to me, it seems like this bike has plenty of airflow. So I kind of eliminated that right off the bat. Then I'm like, it could be spark plugs. So I'm like, those are pretty cheap. They're like 40 bucks, whatever. I mean, whatever. So I bought spark plugs, and I only bought 4 of them, obviously. And the spark plugs arrived. So I pulled out spark plugs, put the new spark plugs in, and I went out for a ride. I drove it for a little bit, let my bike obviously warm up before I took off on it. And I gave it full throttle again. And it went really, really good, surprisingly, all the way up to like 9,000 RPMs, and it started cutting out on me. It kept going like this. Every single time my bike, I would like floor my bike. I was like, man, that did not fix the problem. I mean, it helped a little bit, but that didn't fix the problem. So I'm like, well, it could be coil packs. You know, I'm like, that's another thing. It could be, but the coil packs, those are tricky. I'm like, those are kind of expensive. They're like 130 bucks. I'm like, well, I could try to figure it out, see if it is the coil packs, but I'm not going to depend on the coil packs that are broken, right? So of course I'm like, you know what, it could be that they are more expensive, but I'm like, I could find a fuel pump, you know, maybe it's got to be the fuel pump, it's got to be the injectors, it's got to be something. I didn't know what it was at this point. My bike kept doing it. So what I did in this situation is I bought a fuel pump, because the fuel pump, I looked on Amazon, I was doing research, and I'm like, man, there's a fuel pump online. It's like a 4.9 star, 4.8 star. I can't remember. Don't quote me on it. It was high star. It was above 3. And I'm like, okay, people are saying this is a good fuel pump. It runs like new. And remember, I don't know what a 600 feels like yet, because my fuel pump, I've been driving on a bad fuel pump since I've owned the bike. I don't know. So I'm like, you know what? A fuel pump, I've done one in my Camaro. I understand the concept. It can't be that difficult. It's probably just like a car. So I'm like, screw it. It's like $80. I bought the fuel pump, shipped to my house. It took like a month to get here, because I noticed the issue back when I made my, it was my first video. I'm like, man, my bike's cutting out. It was around that time. So it took a whole month of the fuel pump coming. And I'm like, man, hopefully the fuel pump comes in. So the fuel pump came in last week, and I'm like, okay, it's got to be this. So I took the fuel pump out, or I took the fuel tank totally off. I drained all the fuel. There was no fuel left in there. And I looked in my tank. I'm like, okay, it's kind of rusty. It's not too bad, but it's kind of rusty. I had the fuel pump off. I might as well do the tank too. So I went to my local Gsxr. If you guys don't know what Gsxr is, it's like Home Depot. It's got like housing stuff, I guess. Whatever. But I went to Gsxr. I got Evapo Rust. Evapo Rust is like magic in a bottle. It is magic. That stuff is so surprising on how good it is. It turned my fuel pump literally into like not that bad of rust to like pure metal. And so I cleaned my fuel tank. I put my new fuel pump in. It took me like an hour from completely scratch to back to running. And I put the new fuel pump in. I'm like, okay, I don't expect it to be faster. I just expect it to be running better. If you guys know what you mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, the bike wasn't fast. The bike was like, I would say roughly like, I raced I don't know, it could have been like a CBR 300. I raced a 300cc bike back when I owned my Camaro, and I walked it. So I'm kind of expecting like, that's how fast my bike was, like a 300cc. And I'm like, I expected it to be the same fastness. That's not even a word, but I expected it to be the same speed as the 300 basically. And when I literally went out on the highway. I wasn't expecting it like to be crazy like a demon, but man, I was not expecting it. I put that in first gear. I gave it a little roll, like 10 miles per hour. I gunned it, like all the way down. I swear to God, I about flew off the fucking bike. I'm not even kidding. I was like, what is this? Like, it turned like a 300cc bike into like a 600cc bike. It was crazy to see like what this bike actually did. To me, it mind blows me. A new fuel pump fixed my bike. And I'm gonna walk around my bike here soon, and I'm gonna talk to you guys, show you guys what I have done to this bike since when I bought it to now. And you guys can kind of look up online to see how much it is and everything. But I'm guessing it's around 2 to 3 grand all said and done. I've done all the work myself. I never paid anybody to count labor out on that. I did it all myself. But I will show you guys how fast this bike really is. Make sure there's no cop behind me. Okay, there's not. So I was a gunner. That is so insane. Oh my God. What? Like that, 161. My God. Does this run so much better now? Like, what is this bike? Like, this is not what I was expecting. Like, I thought, man, like, I was thinking, like, literally before I fixed the bike, I was thinking, wow, man, this really isn't as fast as I thought it was. Like, I mean, it's quick, but it's not what I was expecting. So I'm like, man, give it a year. I'm gonna sell this bike. I'm gonna get 1,000cc. Yeah, I changed my mind on that. This bike is a freaking demon. It is so fast. Like, if you guys, okay, I've owned a 400 horsepower Camaro to the wheels, dyno tuned, of dyno jets. I mean, it was just a heads cam package. I mean, it wasn't nothing big. But my God, is that amazing? 600cc, I got the bike going like that. Crazy. It is crazy. It mind blows me every day on how cheap I bought this bike physically. Think about this. I could have, if I did not go through the cheapest thing and eliminated everything to the, obviously to the fuel pump, right? If I just went straight fuel pump and got lucky and that was the correct thing, if I did that, think about how cheap I got this bike, right? I bought the bike for $1,000, took it home. If I bought an $80 fuel pump, I put it in. I would have been underneath $1,100 for a bike that can kill. I mean, I don't even know what to say. To me, like, I spent $5,000 on my Camaro. I put about $4,000 into it for 400 horsepower. This bike would destroy my Camaro. I'm not even kidding. It would destroy my Camaro, and I bought for $1,000. Think about that. That is insane. I don't get it. I mean, I respect people that got 1,000cc bikes. That is insane. I'm not there yet. I'm not comfortable, so I'm not going to get 1,000cc anytime soon. Maybe 5 years from now. Maybe not that long, obviously. Maybe a couple years from now, I might be like, man, the 600cc bike really isn't that fast, and it's not what I was like. It's not that fast anymore. So maybe I might take a step up. But for now, this bike is plenty fast. It's a demon to me. I mean, this is plenty fast for me. For the way I can control it, I'm happy with it. I just love this bike. So I am now going to walk around my bike. I'm going to show you guys what I have done. Show you every little thing, what I have done to this bike to make it 100% complete to my expectation. There's just one item I have left to put on, and it is on its way to my house, so it will be here soon, and that might change this bike. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you guys what I've done to the bike. So what I've done to the bike in the big part was I put all new fairings on it. I put black because it's whatever, I like black, so I put black. I got a dark smoke windscreen. I got new mirrors, new air ducts for my air ducts, obviously. I got a new seat wrap, and I got a new seat wrap for this, but I did not install it yet. It says Gsxr, then right here it says R, obviously. I got a tank cover because the underneath is kind of nasty. I got a tank pad grip. I got license plate bracket. That's not really a mod, it kind of just flings. As you can see, it just kind of flings. I cleaned the chain. I looped the chain. I gotta detail this bike. It's disgusting. Look at that back wheel, just absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna detail that soon. I got new levers for the bike. They're adjustable, they're shorties. I got a new speedo. It's not really a modification. I mean, none of these really are. It's just for looks, I guess. But I got a new speedo for that. I got a phone mount, so I can actually have a phone mount. And then I got this thing. The story behind this thing was, when I bought the first one, it had 3 holes and didn't work really. So I'm like, man, I don't really like that. So I bought the correct one, and it came with a completely black cover, and I didn't really like it. I like this Gsxr cap screw, so I put that one on, the new one. So I bought 2 of those, but it is what it is. I got that done, and then I think that's really basically all I have done to this bike besides fuel pump. I got a new fuel pump in there. I got new spark plugs. But really, I mean, this bike is kind of how I left it. I mean, I made this into something. Obviously, I got to detail it. But if you guys want to guess what my next modification is, can you guess down below what I am missing? The main thing, what am I missing? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think it is. And I do have a sticker. My YouTube sticker is going to go right here. It's going to say it's on its way. I don't know how long it's going to be. They got to custom make it. I mean, if it takes 20 days, it really doesn't bother me. But that's what that's going to do. So basically, this is my 2003 Gsxr 600. If you guys do enjoy the content, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment down below. It means the world to me, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.